doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's...
All right. Coming in, family. Let's give it a second.
Fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church in Harlem. Garvey broke that up. Fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in their fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church in Harlem. Fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church in Harlem. Garvey broke that up. This fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church in Harlem. The men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church. Fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. Fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church. Fair-skinned wives, but the men were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in front of you. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church in Harlem. Garvey.
All right, drop out. Big King Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, family. Y'all know y'all can go hit that cash app. Y'all can go hit that cash app, okay? J.A. Power at 718 cash app. You see what I'm saying? Go do that. You see what I'm saying now? That King's Ransom out there, you know, every 1,000 subscriber gonna get a chance to win $500. The whole King's Ransom is worth 5,000. Okay, so you subscribing to this channel, you got a chance to win the King's Ransom. Okay, and so I need y'all to subscribe to this channel. I need y'all to like all videos. You see what I'm saying? I need y'all to get this out here. Okay? Because we got a lot of infiltrators into the black community, into the black power community. They never want to see us make it. Okay? And so I need y'all to sit up here and subscribe to King Jah Power. Go over there to the throne of King Jah Power. Subscribe there also. Okay? That's why I've been there. We over there laying down the foundation of our artwork. And see, when we post videos of the elders, that's giving them that rebirth that they need. You see, keeping them alive right here on YouTube. It's very important that we do that. Okay? Because the elders taught us everything we know. If it wasn't for them, I already told y'all, I wouldn't even be here. I'd still be out there on the corner, 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know how I was getting down. And so being able to run into brothers like Dr. Clark and Dr. Ben, Ivan Van Sertimer, Sheikh Diop, to even to bump into their work. And that shit changed my life. So they changing lives from the grave. You know what I mean? So, we want to, on the throne over there, I want to build a foundation of the elders and shit. Even before I even get a chance to speak on my own throne, I put up the elders up there, okay? And so y'all need to go over there to the throne of King Jah Power and subscribe there. Subscribe right here on King Jah Power, okay? And so tonight, family, I would really like y'all to get this video out here because it's very important. I hope y'all like that little mix I was doing right there in the front. So because tonight I got a video, I want to play for y'all. I'm in here studying the origins of black power or whatnot, because, I like to do the origin videos. You know what I mean? All of them that's out there, go thumb them up and go watch them or whatnot, because we could deal with the origin of things all day long. Okay? Because that's what I like to do, because if we don't get to the origin, we'll never know the truth. Okay? We'll never know the truth if we don't deal with the origin. Okay? And so, tonight, family, listen. It's a lot of people out there hating on black power, okay? And it's a lot of mulattoes and shit out here in these groups, okay? And they trying to make a way to where they can get closer, to, Mr. Candy or whatnot, that man or whatnot, And I'm going to show y'all tonight. I'm bringing y'all into my studies right quick, because I was looking at this. Excuse me. I was looking at this, and I was like, it's been a lot of coons and a lot of goofies from the beginning. And see, we always, deal with, the white man or whatnot, him trying to destroy all our plans of building, our civilization, wherever we at on the planet, which is true. But when you look at it, they infiltrate with black people though. You see what I'm saying? They send sick black people on black people. You see what I'm saying? They play their little puppy dog or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me come out. They play their little puppy dog or whatnot. Now, I'm going to show y'all this little clip. I got two. You see what I'm saying? I got two. And I'm going to show y'all how these goofies done infiltrated, the beginning. That's why we got to form a little group around our people, a force field around our people in America. You see what I'm saying? Even here, right here on YouTube, we got to form, a lion's den, a bee's nest, a force field around our people of our education to protect our people from these infiltrators. You see with these Gene Roberts type niggas and shit. You see what I'm saying? The one who infiltrated, the black Muslims or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? It's always a Negro, always sticking his nose in somebody else's business or whatnot. W.E.B. Du Bois or whatnot. The Brown Board of Education. All them groups was formed to go against Marcus Garvey. Now, the FBI first target, niggas. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if they black or not. Everybody black is not our friend. We got to stop falling into their trap because they know they can use black people because we just go off the face card, okay? They know they can use black people to get their agenda across, Like when we did the video of Brother Fred Hampton. They sent, this brother in there to infiltrate, the Black Panthers, up there in Chicago. Okay, and then this shit ended up ultimately getting this man killed. Okay? Period. And see, that's why Black Power don't talk so damn much. You see what I'm saying? We got representatives to come up here on this YouTube to represent Black Power because we was already taught and trained on what to say. You see what I'm saying? Y'all fuck around, come up on here and say the wrong shit. They be kicking in your door in the morning. You see what I'm saying? Because this shit real. They not playing. You think, see, black Americans got that attitude that they gon', rule America one day. And then, the white man gonna end up handing them the keys, to America. That shit ain't gonna happen. And so now today, the FBA group and the ADOS group, these niggas out here hating on Black Power. They mad. They mad for one, we got a different plan than what they got. Our plan is to unify across this planet. That's the whole goal of Black Power. To unify across the planet, black people. Okay? And then we gonna unify in a land that we can call our own, which is the motherland. And y'all know they hate on it. So it was Negroes that they always gonna send to infiltrate, black groups. Okay? It's always gonna be a Negro that they send in there. Why? Because black people always go off the face card. And we got to stop doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because niggas like Tariq Nasheed, okay? They gonna try to make a way because, they got them little light-skinned babies. Tariq done damn made a whole book on how to get mulatto women. Okay? This Negro was a pimp before he was a YouTuber. Okay? Before this man was on YouTube, this man was writing books about pimping. Okay? This who the black Americans is out here following. And he a damn gingerbread man, a damn jelly bean, jump all around the board. You know what I'm saying? Like he a damn, the queen on the chessboard. Nigga, you can't jump every damn where. And cause he trying to make a little way for them little light-skinned babies. Let's just be real. Them little white babies, they trying to make a way. And most of them niggas is white or mulatto. I mean, let's just be real. Okay? So they trying to make a way for these little mulatto babies they got in America. And so what they doing? Trying to create a philosophy, one, that they indigenous to America. Most of them is either white or mulatto. Okay? I looked in the dang Callaway history, and the Callaway name, go look at the video I done. Just scroll down, you will find it. I looked into that shit. Them motherfucker, his ancestors is white people. And so he gonna protect, when he come to the family reunion, he don't see nothing but snow out in the audience. That just period. And so Tariq Nasheed is the same, which I got the picture in here. In my catalog, I got the picture in here, and y'all done seen the shit before. Though you try to ignore it. See, y'all let that shit ride. You see what I'm saying? Y'all let that shit ride with Tariq, him not respecting the black woman. Because if he would dating white women, and then out here got a philosophy that promotes, the degradation of black women, and the uprise of so-called, foundational black Americans or whatever, he's a fucking agent. He should be, the Brown versus Boyd, what's it, Eugene Roberts type of Negroes that invade. He took the FBA from the ADOS. FBA evolved out of ADOS. Just keep it real. He stole that shit from Yvette now. Let's just be real. Y'all can't sit up here and fake with King, because I don't play that shit. Thumb up this video. Like the video. Because once I play this a power talk. You see what I'm saying? Because I needed to bring this message. I need to tell y'all that these fake black people, yeah, they might as well just have on blackface like the minstrel shows, okay? Because they don't do nothing but invade other people's property. So Tariq stole FBA movement. He stole the ADOS fans and brought them in the FBA. That's just real. And I'm going to be real, a lot of these goofies is mulattoes. Okay? Okay? They mad at black power. They mad at black power, and I'm going to show y'all. Because we going to do the video, the origin of black power, and I'm going to show you how all of these different groups try to today, claim some of Marcus Garvey's work. But when we look into the history, all y'all was out there hating on Marcus Garvey. Every last group. Point blank, period, every last group. And you hear all of these little groups be trying to quote Marcus Garvey in some type of way, except when it comes to about going to Africa and all of that. And which I'm going to deal with, the Black Star Line. I'm going to deal with it. Okay, so thumb up this video. Get this shit out here. Don't run from this smoke. If I put your name in here, it's in for a purpose. That's real. That's ringing your doorbell, Negro. Period. And that go for anybody that think like these goofies. Period. Because you ain't going to talk that to me. Point blank, period. And I'm finna expose y'all tonight and show how, they try to talk like they black or whatnot, But then, when white people come around, they turn into some kind of black Greek or some shit. They promote, these fraternities or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Which I did a video on. Okay? So I'm finna play this video. But I want y'all to thumb up this live stream. Okay? I want y'all to subscribe to this channel. Okay? Because these power talks is going to be on both channels. It's going to be on the Throne. So you need to go over there to the Throne of King Jah Power and subscribe. And then you need to subscribe right here and hit that notification bell so you can get the video or whatnot. Because we going to keep this shit rolling. It's laws of opposites. It's polarities in the world. And if they going to be out there, all of these little groups going to be out here talking goofy. Because people every day come to me like, such and such out here saying this shit about Marcus Garvey or whatnot. And, and they want me to go at these people. And I'm gonna get to them. But I got to hit, some of these Negroes that's on the top that's out here influencing. If you notice, these type of people like Tariq, when they go around, these people, Fox and all this shit, when they go around these people, they get to talking like, but see, like Englishmen or whatnot. You know what I mean? They get their accent change all of a sudden. But then when they come back around us, what up, my nigga? You know what I mean? They regular. And then you turn into it could be the regular old insurance man at the door. They change into a whole nother part. These niggas is chameleons. So they just jump in and jump out. And then they go tell everything we doing. See, we got to form a cocoon around the black power African community to protect ourselves against people like this. Point blank, period. Okay? Because these people is infiltrators. Point blank, see, they see what we was, where we was headed. And then you know, once it get popping, the 2019, back to Africa or whatnot, the 20 in Ethiopia doing it right now, and black people out here hate. I just seen a story on Facebook, which I'm gonna get to in a little bit after we come from the video. Cause there's two videos. Now I'm gonna play this first. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play. Y'all thumb up this video. Now this is how, what we dealing with the black power community out here with all these traders and these infiltrators. And they so semi-blacks. You see what they semi-black. They not black. Cause they say the shit they sell. You see what I'm saying? If anybody y'all here out there talking that, we indigenous or we foundational black Americans and all infiltrators, that's them trying to suck up to this beast. Trying to suck up to okay? So the closer you get to this man color, done learned that if they have a baby with a white person, mulatto, make it so. And the Americans done adopted that shit, and they using that shit. So, the people that look at America from outside of America, okay, and pop into heaven, okay? This is, when they get here, they see that, okay? America is the greatest country in the world and shit. And this is what, Negroes, these infiltrators, these traitors, these goddamn Gene Roberts type motherfuckers, Tariq and others, okay, he just Tariq is just the coon of this day, okay. He just a hater of this day. That just real, okay, because he talk different. And not just him. A lot, Jason Black and all of it. Jason Black, okay? Jason Black, run and tell that. Run and tell that. See when the real G's come on the screen, everybody, you run from these, type of conversations. Because I'm banging on the... I'm going to play the video in a minute. You see what I'm saying? But I'm trying to, shoot some Nubian arrows and hit me some, traders or whatnot that's on the other side. Because just because somebody black, that don't mean they your friend. That don't mean they on the same agenda as you. They done made this shit seem like if you come over here and coon out, you will have a better life. Now, if you look at the people that go with the agenda, whether they black or not, whether they from America, whether they from the Caribbean, whether they from Africa, okay? They done made this shit seem like if you come over here and go against the black Americans, you could get a check and be living in the big house. I mean, I'm just being real. On Sugar Hill, I'm telling you. That's how they done make. So, people like W.E.B. Du Bois, okay, come when we at our greatest. This is in the, aftermath of the Civil War. The Cold War done happened and shit. And they, the aftermath of slavery and, the start of Jim Crow and shit. That era. Okay? And so Marcus Garvey say they ain't gonna treat us right over here. Well, let's just go home. And so, Marcus Garvey was like, well, we need to form a unified front on wherever we at on the planet. This black power now, and I'm teaching this shit from the origin and from the root. You see, from the root. Okay? Something these Negroes won't do. And so, he get these black star lines going. Now, I'm paraphrasing, because there's a lot of shit that happened in between it, which have been saved after I play this first video. Okay? But it's been a lot of infiltrators of black power. Now, I want y'all to hear this. Thumb up the video. Like the video. Send it to them. Since y'all saying they greater than King, send it to them. Okay? I bet you they won't say a word. Run. What you running for? If you, what you saying, anybody that say opposite of what I'm saying, or what Black Power is saying, or what RBG is saying, or what the African community is saying, then bring the opposition then back on the internet. So it done became a war of words between African Americans, the Caribbeans, and the Africans at home. But then you go to Marcus Garvey say the Africans at home and the Africans abroad. Meaning we one people. See, y'all not rolling with the facts. But you hear the Nation of Islam, and I ain't hating on them, but they be quoting Marcus Garvey and quoting, his stories or whatnot, and his philosophies or whatnot, but not giving him the credit. Okay, I'm just being real. Let's call this shit out once and for all. Because once I play this video and I come back in, it's a no holds barred situation. Thumb up the video. Like this video, okay? Okay? So, let me play the video, family. Bring some more people in. Bring some more people, because this ain't enough. I'm just being real. And no matter what platform you coming from, if you on the Moby Zen, hit them hearts. I see y'all out there. I'm live running from this program right here. If you coming in from YouTube, or if you coming in from Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, wherever you coming in, and if it, coming wherever you coming in from, share the video. Like the video. See, this the message that we need. And it's, it's like a breath of fresh air. This is my first, live in this calendar year. See, this how I'm coming into 2022. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't busting with no 22. You see what I'm saying? I'm coming with that Draco, dropping everything. You see what I'm saying? That's how we just gonna have to do it as far as, our mentality. We got to be soldiers and ready for war. We got to stand on the square no matter what. You see what I'm saying? No matter who is the opposition, we can't be scared. We can't start turning on each other and start going to snitch on each other. Well, Mr. Birkenstein or whatever, this is what the blacks over here doing. I went over there to the Black Panther meeting or whatnot, and this is, I wrote down everything they see. You see what I'm saying? And they saying they planning on, building them some own businesses and being able to control their own property and being able to control the commerce of their own neighborhood. And they talk about internationalizing, globalizing outside of America. Man, they talk about dealing with the Africans on a global level. That's what these infiltrators are go tell and say. And they done gave away your whole plan. That's why, the Black Power community, we got to watch what we say on here. Because we got the truth. Ain't nobody else got the truth but Black Power, the African Center community, the RBG community, like that. Everybody else is working with some second grade, dusty, thrown away, old shit that ain't gonna work. Let's just be real. That shit ain't gonna work because we done tried that shit 7, 8, 9, 10 times and ain't never got nowhere. Yeah, you had a dream, but did the dream come to fruition? Did it blossom into reality? Hell no. Hell no. And I'm not picking on the brother and the civil rights people because some shit they got through. But I hear some of the brothers, the elder brothers, Dick Gregory, and I'm just gonna be real. They be, making it seem like, and I rest their soul. They a great elder that they a champion, and so we put them on the pedestal and hang them on the trophy case, But brother Dick Gregory used to be making it seem like we done already won the fight when the shit just now started, even though it been 400 years. Okay. he was acting like we just, we don't want just because we can go sit in the movies with a, you still, damn near can't go sit in there with no white girl without getting no frowns today. Okay? So the war just started. If you want to fully integrate with white people, FBA, ADOS, and all the rest of them. Okay? If you want to fully integrate with white people, then y'all got a lot more work to do. Because, them brothers from the 60s that were dealing with the civil rights, once they did whatever little bit they done, to get it, to walk in the white barber shops and malls and being able to drink it, white water fountains or whatnot, they did their thing, okay? Whatever. But look at the commerce and the business and the economics that they gave away, okay? We had black sports leagues. We had our own malls, our own barbershops, our own movies, okay? Tinseltown wouldn't be shit. You see what I'm saying? Magic Johnson, had a big stock over there in Tinseltown. Well, think about it. We was going to be who the Almighty created us to be, and our story was already written anyway. It's on the walls. Our story was already written. You see what I'm saying? The ancient people knew that we was going to go into this, submission, into this, power off. You know what I'm saying? Because our energy is powered off right now. You see what I'm saying? The ancestors knew that. You see what I'm saying? Well, but it was only, the European only got power because, Bobby Hemmings said we gave it to him. And what he's saying, if you look at it from a standpoint where you're trying to preserve history, you see what I'm saying? Because your peoples, even back then, you had the Tom Who, the Uncle Toms, and the goddamn Oreos or whatnot coming into black organizations, working for them people. Okay? Period. And so, let me get into this video, okay? Because we got some more to talk about. I want y'all to thumb up this video. Send this out there. You see what I'm saying? King in here. And I don't play no games with, when they, a lot of people out here talk about, hating on Garvey or whatnot. They've been doing that shit for a long time. So thumb up this video right quick. Drop out.
Broke that up. This was definitely a problem in the United States when Garvey came there. The mulatto was in charge of everything. I remember having an aunt who told me that she bought her cosmetics from a certain company whose name I won't call, and that I couldn't buy it. You, my dear, she was an aunt, by marriage, I think. She told me, you can't buy your cosmetics there because they wouldn't sell it to you. And being a teenager, I didn't know what she meant. I said, well, why? And she said, because you're too black. Now, that's an aunt in the family who told me that. This was the problem in the United States. The lighter skinned person was in charge of the society, the black society. They stayed always to the back until things began to happen and they moved up front. And then they became the avant-garde of anything. Like W.B. Du Bois himself, who put Garvey down, caused a lot of trouble for Garvey, caused a fractionalization of peoples and an organization. In the end, when he found out he had nowhere else to go, even the Communist Party didn't want him anymore, he suddenly turned around and took Garvey's program and, and apologized to Garvey. It was too late, he'd done harm. The black man in America gave Garvey a hard time. Whether he was born in the Caribbean. If he was born in the Caribbean and he was fighting Garvey, it was because the Caribbean mentality said no black man can lead us. The black American, if he fought Garvey, he was resenting the fact that it was a man from outside who had to come in and lead us. So that these were the little petty jealousies that were going on, and the word is jealousy, simply jealousy, that was going on in the United States. But the black man couldn't afford these jealousies. The Cosa Nostra, yes, they can afford it.
The FBI first got interested in black radicals even in the late 19-teens, just really during the latter part of World War I, just after World War I. It was amazing to me, I think it's been amazing to a number of scholars, how extensive an investigation of Marcus Garvey and his organization the Bureau mounted, in such a relatively early period of time, the early 1920s, that they had a whole corps of agents, including black agents and black informants, who were targeted towards Garvey.
J. Edgar Hoover was a sick man. Because, his whole history is written up by the white race, proves he was sick. But Hoover should have understood a Garvey. He should have. A white nationalist? He should have understood a black nationalist and where the black nationalists would want to go.
The real motive behind the Garvey investigation is that Garvey is, A, someone who's having a mass impact on black America, and B, that he is an ideologically unpredictable sort of figure.
If Mr. Hoover had thought that the black man was a menace to the United States, he could have even helped the movement to the extent that those who wanted to leave, instead of sending black men into an organization to destroy a black man.
The Garvey investigation was really aimed at finding some vehicle by which they could deport Garvey. And it was really a search aimed at coming up with something, be it the murder accusation in the Esau Ramos case, or anything else. And it eventually came to focus on the mail fraud question with the Black Star Line, simply because that seemed to be what was falling into place.
When he returned to Jamaica and discovered that he was just being reprieved from his confines in prison, and realized that he has got to rebuild his organization, and he has got to do it in Jamaica. He went out with that in mind, and in a very short while, he was able to have the entire Jamaica running and moving from point to point.
They're fair-skinned,
All right.
wise, but the
Now
men
we're gonna
were
touch
very
on this right
professional
quick.
men. Because, his
Now, I told y'all, they done put the mulatto community is a vanguard for white power. Okay? So when you get somebody that got a lot of European ancestry or got children by a European, they gonna try to make a way for white power. And so they mad at black power because we got an agenda for black people. Okay? And so we go to Africa, okay? Just like Garvey was saying, 100 years later, the children of the UNIA is going to Africa. And you hating. You mad. What you mad for? You see what I'm saying? That certifies you as a solidified, honorary, certified hater. You a hater. Okay? You can run and tell Jason Black, motherfucking Tariq, or whichever one you want to run to, either or. Yvette Carnell, all of them. Michael Moore, all these fake goofies, go run and tell that. Run and tell that. Okay? Because listen here, man. We can't keep letting these infiltrators infiltrate the black community. Okay, and then turn around and then be like, the white man messing us up. Yeah, the white man doing what he doing, which we should expect. We shouldn't, get mad at what they doing. We should just expect the opposition to have obstacles to throw us in. Okay? We should expect that. But you know what black people do? The same thing they were doing in the civil rights movement. Trying to, re-infiltrate or re-amalgamate or put themselves back in the white power system. Okay? Black power trying to get you out the white power system. But if you listen to these FBA Negroes, they be out there quoting Malcolm. Malcolm wasn't talking about being stuck in America. Okay? Malcolm was saying if they not going to respect us as, who we are, the great people that came from the Nile Valley, okay? Boss, they don't look like you, okay? Ain't that what he said? Okay? But they out here quoting Malcolm. If Malcolm was, here today, he would tell you to get out his face. And he don't respect nothing you talking about because you pulling this shit on yourself. Y'all let black people that got a wicked agenda for black people in the progression of white power give you an agenda for you. How you gonna let the white power structure formulate an agenda for you and yours? Point blank period. How you gonna let the white power, these goofy Brown versus Boyd, Tariq FBA, ADOS goofies, how you gonna let them, set the white man's agenda on top of yours? It's like making a cake, and instead of putting icing on it, you go outside and get some dog dookie and put it on there on the top with a cherry and tell everybody it's chocolate cake. And then we bite into it. Though it looked like chocolate cake, we bite into it. It's straight doo-doo. That's their philosophy. Okay? That's FBA philosophy is a mirage. He painted black. Okay? Do cake. Okay? Period. Period. You can't come with a philosophy that's quoted that you hate white supremacy, okay? But then your wife white, your mother-in-law white, okay? Her whole family white, and your children. Though in this country they consider them black, though they trying to make a way, the mulattoes, to make a way for them their own independent race. Okay? So they can separate themselves from black people. Now FBA and ADOS is helping them push that agenda. Okay? And you shouldn't be surprised if you look at a lot of these black people got a lot of white ancestry. Okay? They auntie, their grandmama, one of their uncles and shit were white. And so they pushed that, like she was saying, it was black men that infiltrated black power and took down the greatest prophet, the greatest, the real Moses. The real Moses, okay? The real Moses that came to our people with the truth, okay? And so y'all hate on the pages like King Jaw Power because they bring the facts. See, you don't want to deal with facts because when you deal with facts, facts takes action, okay? And I'm not talking about everybody. You see what I'm saying? Black Power is well aware of our goals and agendas. Okay? So that I don't have to speak on. But the opposition is coming, because I thumb up this video too, because I got another video I'm finna play. And I'm going to show y'all how they did over here. Okay? They did the same thing in the Caribbean. Okay? So the agenda is to get black people to believe in white power so they can get a check. Because any other way, they going to have to live, the normal way as, regular black people. And so they don't want to do that. That's why I always said you will never get the rappers, the actors, the sports figures to necessarily speak up on your behalf because they getting the check from them same people you saying doing this shit to you. Okay? The same people you saying doing this shit to you. All of these entertainers and rappers and sports figures is getting a check from them same people. So why would they go against a system that made them millions? You know what the athletes and the rappers say? They say, thank you, God. Even though it's a white man signing the check. And so they don't have no problem with putting on the Jesus, the crucifix. They have no problem doing it. Why? Because it's the European that's signing that check. Without that check, they gonna be eating bologna sandwiches. But with that check, they gonna be eating filet mignon and lobster and steak and all of this shit. You see what I'm saying? So if you a slave and the master throw you a cracker and you ain't ate for years, it's gonna be the best meal your ass ever had. That's the check. And so black people done been starved so long, you gonna get millions of black people that's gonna sell out to them people for a check. Period. And you gonna get millions. You gonna get at least 1 million sellouts out of the 43 million. And that's a hell of a lot. Cause if one man, Gene Roberts, the nigga from what's the one that took down the Black Panthers in Chicago? You see what I'm saying? The Rise of the Black Messiah movie. You see what I'm saying? If you could get one black man to take down the whole organization, and I know it's more than that, okay? Matter of fact, the majority of the society think that way. They'll sell out for a check. The 90%. How do American population own 99% of the wealth of America? Okay? In that 1%, that's in that 1%. But they present that to the rest of the world as if that's the black American, that's a lie. Because if you got 26,000 black millionaires, then you got, another maybe 100 that's, got a couple 100,000. That's it. Okay? That's it. So you got 25,000 black people out of 43 million that got some real money in America, okay? You got, listen to me now, you got 25,000 people in America that's black that got some serious money and that's living the so-called American dream. That ain't even up in the whole of the all, that ain't even 0.1%. That's for the day, God. You end up less than 0.1% when it come to economics, okay, in America. So you trying to throw away the whole dreams of the whole black world, okay, so you can fit into that 0.1% when it come to black people. Again, 1% of Americans, black, white, Hispanic, Asians, or whatever, own 99.9% of the wealth of America. Okay? So everybody else is fighting to get in that 0.1%. But if you get in that 0.1%, that can equal millions or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay? So you would get people, a whole lot of people, that was willing to say, well, fuck the black race. I'm willing to, sell out the whole global black race for a couple $100,000. Point blank period. Okay? Okay? Point blank period. Now, I got another video, y'all. I want y'all to thumb up this video. Hold on. I want y'all to thumb up this video. Okay? Send this shit out there. Bring them on in. Okay? Bring them on in. Okay? King out here. Okay? Go over there to the throne of King Jah Power. Subscribe there also. Like all videos. We building the foundation. I got videos from the elders that y'all ain't never seen before. They not gonna put up the elders. You know why? Because the elders is saying what I'm saying. Okay? They not gonna put up that because it go against them making money on YouTube. Okay? And so the mulatto community, the FBA community, the ADOS community is being funded by the American government to infiltrate black organizations and communities, to infiltrate black education, black ideology, black media, and in Africa too. Okay?
It's a peculiar situation, You don't have a black and white straight problem in Jamaica. You had the problem of the mulatto, the miscegenation of the slave master with the black slave woman that produced an in-between that was like, that in-between was like a virus, like AIDS, in the socio-economic development of the country. Because culturally that child think in the ideas of his father. He forgot his black slave mother. Then his sister, the little black one, will put her in a ring and sing, "There's a brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la." She would wear shoes to school. The black one would go to school barefooted. She would ride in the carriage. The black one had to walk miles. Those were the inequalities created by a set of historic circumstances over which, well, I don't know anybody had any control, but which we look back now with shame and degradation. And that was the chain that Garvey came to break. It's always a peculiar...
Okay. And so, I got more. Again, this is from the lecture that we gonna do, The Origin of Black Power, which we gonna show all of these groups that was going against Marcus Garvey. And they was black. Okay, so everybody that black ain't our friend. When Dr. Clark said, we have no friends, that's including black people. Okay? These infiltrators, these Gene Roberts, these goddamn infiltrating ass goofies that's infiltrating black communities across the globe, and the American government and the crown, the English government, is paying black people a bag to go in there and tell me everything that they talking about. Okay? Tell me everything that they talking about, and they go in there and write down, Snoop, that's another branch off the, they community or whatnot. They got the Black Panthers, they got, the black Muslims, they got the black Israelites, they got all of this shit. They go right back and write all of this shit down and go in there and tell. Matter of fact, Dr. Kelly say, now, if you a black man or a black woman and you trying to come to his lecture, okay? If you got a white wife or a white husband, Susie, Brad, motherfucking Fred, Billy and shit, they gotta stand outside. They can't even come in the building. Now you could come. Now I'm changing the shit. Straight love to Dr. Khaled, but some things must be updated, okay? If you black and you got one of them on your shoulder, your ass can't come in either. Cause we don't know what team your ass on. You know, you on the fence and shit. You see what I'm saying? They gonna pull you over, okay? And you liable to be, you know, in a pine box and shit. If, you know, you sitting with that white girl on the side, you like it making it seem like they gonna pull you over if you know, black and shit, you know, and they gonna give you a pass because you with a white girl. Nigga, they not gonna give you a pass for no shit like that, nor is they gonna give you a pass if you got a PhD, a diploma, a GED, or any of them damn pig skins, like Dr. Ben say, any of them fake pig skins. You don't supposed to take in a whole fake ass education, okay? You don't supposed to take it all in and live it out and shit and become a black Greek, okay? These niggas up here, alphas and betas and Q dogs and all of that shit, worshiping Europeans or whatnot. Period. What else did you do? Thumb up this video, okay? Thumb up this video. I'm banging on these goofies. They can't deal with me. Y'all know that. That's why when I come in, I got my Malcolms on. And when I come in, shit get quiet. That's how I know it's the facts, okay? So you got black people. Every time we try to do something with, because Black Power says that the global community of black people is one people. And we come from one genetic origin, which is Africa, Ethiopia, okay? And that we should unify as one people globally, okay? And that those abroad should link with those at home, okay? This is what Black Power is, okay? First, we should globally unite, you know, and have that we link on one belt. We all walking the same track. You see what I'm saying? We all on the same rocky road. That's what it means. No matter where you are on the globe, we all think on that same parameter. Okay? We still think on that same, you know, pyramid. Okay? No matter where we at. So when we see and we gon' wear certain clothing to make sure we know who we are. Okay? And so wherever we at on, see, when I meet some, you know, a real Black Power, it could be for the first time, it could be here on the internet, it could be out there on the streets. Okay? I immediately know how he thinking. Okay? Because I think the same way he think. And so we immediately bond like that. We become blood brothers, real brothers. Okay? We become real brothers. Okay? And there's no bond that can break a unit that's strong. And so that's what Black Power do. It bring us together as one. Okay? The same as the Kemetic system. Okay? Which Marcus Garvey formulated Black Power and many more others before Marcus Garvey formulated Black Power out what they was learning from the Kemetic system. You see what I'm saying? So you hear these FBA, ADOS haters, these infiltrators, these traitors, these Negroes that's gonna committed treason. You done committed treason against your own fucking people. Okay? you will hear them say, you know, hating on Marcus Garvey, hating on, back to Africa or whatnot, hating on us, unifying. They whole philosophy is for us to be a separate people. I'm talking about FBA and ADOS. Black Power agenda is to bring us together in Voltron. You see what I'm saying? Like a beehive and shit. If one bee go out there and sting somebody, that set off a pheromone, okay? An alarm to say, shit, not only I'm gonna hit you, I got a unit of brothers, the sons of the sun, okay, that's gonna come through and finish what I didn't do. Now, you might smack that bee that's on your shoulder, but then you turn around, they coming like the Wu-Tang Killer Bees, and they, putting that Shaolin on your forehead. That's just nature. That's what the netters is. You see what I'm saying? That's what the netters is. You see what I'm saying? The gods before the gods and shit. You see what I'm saying? The gods that predated the gods that you know. Okay? And that's how we rolling. That's what Black Power is. Black Power was inspired, by, being slaves in the West, okay? And then we went and looked back at our history. And many black people is the Kemetic system. So don't let them sit up there and tell you when we started fighting in ancient Egypt, it was because black people, wanted to rule for one. Different factions and different tribes and different kingdoms that lived in the Nile Valley wanted the number one spot. Okay? And some of them was with letting, Alexander and them in. Okay? That was letting foreigners in. And that was these invaders eventually became invaders in for dinner. Okay? Now I'm going to end right here. Dr. Clark said we let the foreigners, the Tamahus, the traders, and all of that come in, the invaders come in for dinner. After dinner, they left as the conqueror. So we invited this man into our house, and he disrespected us using other blacks. Okay, so when Dr. Clark say we don't have no friends, that's including some black people. So what we gotta do? We can't go off face value no more. We can't, deal with black people just because they black. We gotta make sure that these peoples has got the same agenda that we have. If they don't have the same agenda that we have, we gotta cut their ass off. Period. If they don't have the same agenda that we have, we must cut them off. The moment you hear somebody on YouTube, out there on the streets, talking, we proud Americans, but you rarely ever hear some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? You only hear shit like that on the internet, on YouTube, when everybody trying to coon out and get them a check. Okay? But you got them out there. Okay? You got people out there that's going to sell out the whole black agenda across the whole globe so they can take care of their one little ass family. Okay? So they not worried about your family and what you got, to put on the table for you and your children, and what you got them for their birthday presents or whatnot. They not worried about you and yours. They only worried about self. So they got a goddamn philosophy that only promotes they self-serving agenda. It's not about unity. It's not about we need to unify. I'm talking about FBA, ADOS, fake indigenous and all that. These Negroes, which I told y'all, is all the same, and they got a philosophy to keep black people separate in the same agenda that's promoting white power. Why? Because a lot of them is trying to make a way because they either got a lot of European ancestry. It ain't Indian, it's European, okay? Either they got a lot of European ancestry and politically they want to link up with other Europeans and other political figures that promote white power. And so what do? They try to go against black power so they can get in that 0.1% economically, okay? And so what are they going to do? They going to be traitors of their own race, okay, family? Now, if you just came in, I want you to run this back. This was a very powerful message, but we done been on our 1 hour, right? You know, I got the video coming, which I'm still working on, the origins of black power, which we gonna critically critique the people that done came against black power, and y'all gonna be surprised about how many people came through the time of history, not just Marcus Garvey, even before Marcus Garvey and after Marcus Garvey. You had black people going against black people from the beginning. So, you know, yeah, that man, the beast, gonna do what he gotta do. But how could you get mad at the opposition for putting obstacles in front of you? Okay? How could you get mad at the ops put obstacles in front of you? Okay? You should expect that. But what we should deal with is the traitors and the fake black people that come into our community. We should deal with them accordingly. Okay? Because it's a lot of traitors and a lot of coons and a lot of goofies in the black community. Now, I'm going to run this video right quick. Hey, I want y'all to go over here to the throne of King Jah Power. Subscribe there, okay? I want you to like all videos. I want you to subscribe right here on King Jah Power, okay? If you want to donate to any of these streams, we at $JA Power 718 on Cash App, okay? But we got 2 different YouTube pages. The Throne of King Jah Power and King Jah Power. I want y'all to like and subscribe to both. Jah Power. Let me run this video. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Wise.
Watch
the
this
men
now.
Were very professional men. They were either doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, or big-time numbers men. And they had the fair-skinned wives. That's how they could sit in the front pew. But the ordinary black man walking in from the street in Harlem couldn't sit in the church in Harlem. Mulatto was in charge of everything. I remember having an aunt who told me that she bought her cosmetics from a certain company whose name I won't call, and that I couldn't buy it. You, my dear, she was an aunt, by marriage, I think. She told me, you can't buy your cosmetics there because they wouldn't sell it to you. And being a teenager, I didn't know what she meant. I said, well, why? And she said, because you're too black. Now, that's an aunt in the family who told me that. This was the problem in the United States. The lighter skinned person was in charge of the society, the black society. They stayed always to the back until things began to happen and they moved up front. And then they became the avant-garde of anything. Like W.B. Du Bois himself, who put Garvey down, caused a lot of trouble for Garvey, caused a fractionalization of peoples and an organization. In the end, when he found out he had nowhere else to go, even the Communist Party didn't want him anymore, he suddenly turned around and took Garvey's program and, and apologized to Garvey. It was too late, you'd done harm. The black man in America gave Garvey a hard time. Whether he was born in the Caribbean. If he was born in the Caribbean and he was fighting Garvey, it was because the Caribbean mentality said no black man can lead us. The black American, if he fought Garvey, he was resenting the fact that it was Ulysses that were going on, and the word is jealousy, simply jealousy, that was going on in the United States. But the black man couldn't afford these jealousies. The Cosa Nostra, yes, they can afford it.
The FBI first got interested in black radicals even in the late 19-teens, just really during the latter part of World War I, just after World War I. It was amazing to me, I think it's been amazing to a number of scholars, how extensive an investigation of Marcus Garvey and his organization the Bureau mounted, in such a relatively early period of time, the early 1920s, that they had a whole corps of agents, including black agents and black informants, who were targeted towards Garvey.
J. Edgar Hoover was a sick man. Because, his whole history is written up by the white race, proves he was sick. But Hoover should have understood a Garvey. He should have. A white nationalist? He should have understood a black nationalist and where the black nationalists would want to go.
The real motive behind the Garvey investigation is that Garvey is, someone who's having a mass impact on black America, and B, that he is an ideologically unpredictable sort of figure.
If Mr. Hoover had thought that the black man was a menace to the United States, he could have even helped the movement to the extent that those who wanted to leave, instead of sending black men into an organization to destroy a black man.
The Garvey investigation was really aimed at finding some vehicle by which they could deport Garvey. And it was really a search aimed at coming up with something, be it the murder accusation in the Esau Ramos case, or anything else. And it eventually came to focus on the mail fraud question with the Black Star Line, simply because that seemed to be what was falling into place.
When he returned to Jamaica and discovered that he was just being reprieved from his confines in prison, and realized that he has got to rebuild his organization, and he has got to do it in Jamaica. He went out with that in mind, and in a very short while, he was able to have the entire Jamaica